Good morning, ma'am.
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 സമയായിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ എവിടെ 10 മണിയല്ലേ ഇവിടത്തെ 11:25 അത് നേരത്തെ നോക്കി ടൈം.
Morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, as I am admitting others, just go through the topic what we discovered in the last class. Did we complete the photosynthesis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Everyone, mute your audio. When I ask you, you can unmute it. Okay. Okay, children. I think almost all have joined. Abel Joffrey, you leave the class. It's not your class. It's a 7A class. Abel Joffrey 6B.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Leave the class. Okay. Okay, children. I am moving on to ask the question to you. Alvin Joseph. Unmute. Alvin Joseph. And just give me the answer. What do you mean by the term photosynthesis? Alvin? Yeah. What is photosynthesis? Just say in one sentence. What do you mean by photosynthesis? No sound? Every day what we take, you should study and come for the next class. Timetable is given the previous day. So every day in my class, if tomorrow is my class, you have to study what I taught. We just started, we didn't teach much. But that you should learn, okay? Shall I go to Sriram? Sriram, give me the answer. What do you mean by photosynthesis?
Photosynthesis, it's a process of the plants for making the food.
Yes, it's a process of plants making the food. Okay, I just moved to Caroline Matthew. Caroline, unmute and tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the raw materials required for photosynthesis?
In the process, they also use water, carbon dioxide, and chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Anything else?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Okay, good. Very good. Emelina Rose.
Yes, ma'am.
The Caroline has said water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, chlorophyll. Can you give me other raw material? One more raw material which require to prepare the food. One more. Yes. Did you hear? Yeah, unmute. You are not unmuting.
Ma'am, carbon dioxide.
That she's over. She finished. Water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and chlorophyll. One more thing.
Mineral.
Pardon? Minerals.
Ma'am,
Okay,
green.
minerals. Okay, minerals. What
Green
else?
pigment. Green.
That is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green pigment.
Ma'am, oxygen.
Yes, oxygen. Okay. Oxygen. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Now
ma'am.
I'm asking to Albert Jojo. When the plants prepare the food, in what form the food is stored? In which form the food is stored on the leaves? Once they prepare the food, they store the food in one form. Give me the name of that form. Albert, are you saying I'm not able to hear you? Minerals. No?
Ma'am, solar energy.
No. Solar energy is the energy of the sunlight. Okay.
Ma'am,
In which
Carbohydrates.
carbohydrates? It converted into
carbohydrates.
carbohydrates. Okay. Once it converted into carbohydrates, we release something and again food become another form. I wanted from the answer from Prachita. Prachita CP.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
After the food converting into carbohydrates, I wondered what are the combination of the carbohydrates? Which are the things are there in the carbohydrates?
Oxygen,
Oxygen, very good.
hydrogen,
Okay, very good.
carbon dioxide.
Okay, very good. Carbon. Okay, carbon. Because the carbon dioxide only the plants absorb carbon dioxide. Afterwards, it turn into carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Very good. Okay. Now, Heza.
Yes.
After turning carbohydrates, we release the oxygen. The plants release the oxygen. Then, what the food become? Once we release the oxygen, in which form the food will be stored?
I don't know.
Starch? Are you saying the answer?
Ma'am, can I say?
After
Can I
releasing,
say?
the plants turn into carbohydrates, then plants release the oxygen. Then carbohydrates turn into another form of the food. What is that?
Starch.
Pardon?
Ma'am, it is used by living organisms for their survival.
No. Before we make it, food is stored on the plants. When we take only, we will get the nutrients. Otherwise, plants will store the food. After releasing oxygen, carbohydrates turn into another form. That was the last point.
Parasites.
No. Anyone else?
My nutrients.
Nutrients.
Oxygen.
Oh, no. Plants, once it turn into carbohydrates, it is a carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Then plants release the oxygen. Then this carbohydrates turn into another form. In that form,
Starch.
the food is stored.
Starch.
Yes, starch. Okay, starch.
Okay, ma'am.
The food is stored in the form of starch. Okay, children? So this is the thing. Afterwards, when we eat, all this starch will be turned into another form. Okay. So this is how we learned till last class. Let us now move on to, we human beings not only require
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Ita?
Ma'am, you are taking all this for us for the first time. We didn't have it last class.
Portions.
Last time, what did I teach you then? Because I'm teaching all the classes.
Ma'am, you taught in photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. The last point was this. I remember. I think so. Did I teach conversion to carbohydrates? Up to the,
No.
Ma'am, you teach till third class.
You just explained photosynthesis.
okay,
That was
okay.
homework.
Okay. Because I'm teaching 7 to 7B. They are much ahead, I think so. Okay, I'm just confused. Okay, nothing is right. I'm just up to carbohydrates I taught. I remember. Correct? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the last point of this session. I said it, but maybe you may not able not notice. See, children, we need the plants to give us oxygen as well as the food. So,
Ma'am, your
already
sound
the
is not
plants
clear, ma'am.
are- Hello?
Ma'am, your sound is not clear.
Now it's clear?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it is shaking because the headset wire is shaking a little bit. That's what. Now it's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I start. So it is the end part of the photosynthesis. That means we already know carbohydrates is the combination of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And we require plants not only for food, also for getting oxygen. So after turn into carbohydrates, the plants will store the food. Plants cannot store the food in the form of carbohydrates. Okay. So plants will store the food in another form. That is the form which is known as starch. Okay. Now how the starch come? After converting into carbohydrates, from carbohydrates, plants release the oxygen in the air. That's how you are getting oxygen from the plants. Okay. So once oxygen is released in the air, carbohydrates now only with the carbon and hydrogen. And this will be stored in the form of starch. Okay. So that is the end of the photosynthesis actually. Once turned into starch, it is the photosynthesis. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are moving on to further session. Of course, we got carbohydrates, but we also know that we cannot alone live with the carbohydrates and the starch. If you have only starch like potatoes, tapioca, all these are starch food. If you have only starch food, what will happen? Your body will become fatter. Okay, you will not get all the nutrients what you require.
Ma'am, can you please repeat? I didn't understand.
Okay, see children, if you have only carbohydrates in your body, you cannot grow properly. Potatoes, tapioca, all these are starch food. I mean only carbohydrates. Your rice is a carbohydrates food. So only with this we cannot live. We require other nutrients. Other nutrient means minerals we require. Minerals means potassium, calcium, magnesium, nitrogen, all these minerals. So this potassium, calcium and all this will be absorbed by the plants through the roots. Photosynthesis there, but they also absorb these minerals through the roots. Okay. Now, we also require proteins and fat also. Only by eating starch, only by eating tapioca, rice, we should not grow. We will not grow. Right? We should have some other vitamins. So, we need proteins for it. How does the plants give us proteins and fat? That is the next part we are going to discuss. How do we require proteins and fats? Okay. Proteins and fats is not a combination of carbohydrates. It is a combination of nitrogen. Nitrogen should include. The proteins are made out of nitrogen and nitrogen is essential for our growth. Okay, nitrogen is essential for our growth. But what's the problem? The plants cannot absorb nitrogen from the air directly. The plants cannot absorb nitrogen directly from the air. So they need some other method. So what they do, you know that during rainy season, Rain is must for the plants to grow. During rainy season, this nitrogen mix with other components in the air and it will fall on the soil. What will happen? This nitrogen during rainy season, when it rains, this nitrogen joined with the other components and in the air and it will fall onto the soil. So what will happen in soil? Nitrogen is a mixture of so many other things. It's not only nitrogen alone. You will get nitrogen also. Nitrogen. Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
you are explaining photosynthesis.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
You are explaining photosynthesis.
Yes. Photosynthesis over. Okay. Now we are moving on to the how do we get proteins and fats from the plants. Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, because of some network problems, we can't hear you so well when you're saying fast. So can you be some slow?
Okay. Once again I repeat. Children,
Thank
we
you, ma'am.
require we not only require carbohydrates for our growth. We require proteins and fats also. Okay. But only by having carbohydrate food, you cannot get all this. So we need some other method. So how do the plants give us these proteins and fats? That's what I'm talking about. Clear? So nitrogen is the essential component of proteins and fats. Clear? Okay. So the plants cannot absorb nitrogen from the air directly. Did you get that? Did you get that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Just like oxygen and carbon dioxide, the plants cannot absorb nitrogen from the air directly. So how they will get the nitrogen to give us proteins? They take it. So this is not part of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis help us to give us carbohydrates. We require proteins and fats. This is how plants are giving us proteins and fats. That's what I'm explaining to you. So during rainy season, through the rain, nitrogen mixed with water fall on the soil. Then in the soil, nitrogen mixed with so many other components. Clear? Therefore, the plant has to take the nitrogen. Therefore, in the soil, there is a particular bacteria which called, so writing again. So nitrogen, this is the method. Nitrogen get through rain. Benedict, did you raise your hand? What's your problem?
I can't hear you properly.
Now you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the process, right? I am showing you just like a small flow chart. From nitrogen through the rain, it come to soil. No, this is for understanding. If you want, you can just write it down. It is in the note, but want understanding more, you can just write how the proteins come. Okay.
Okay.
So soil, there is a bacteria. In soil, how is nitrogen? Nitrogen is mixed with some other minerals. So plants has to take the nitrogen alone to give us proteins. So there is a particular bacteria in that is known as rhizobium. Rhizobium. Okay. Rhizobium. A bacteria called Rhizobium. And this Rhizobium breaks the compound of nitrogen. Breaks the compound of nitrogen. Because nitrogen is mixed with so many other things in the soil. Okay? Rhizobium breaks the compound in the soil. Then what will happen? The plants will absorb. Plants will absorb using roots. Absorbing using roots. So this is how nitrogen. Then it will be converted into proteins. Then we will get the proteins and fats. Clear? Proteins and fat. So mainly for human being and animal, to get nutrients means we require carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and minerals. Minerals directly they absorb by water through roots. So minerals directly absorbed from the soil. There is no process like that. Because potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, all these things are where? In the earth. You know it. You got a cut in your finger. Some students directly put in your mouth if you got a cut. Have you tasted your blood? Anyone? Have you tasted your blood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How does it taste? How does it taste?
So salty.
So salty.
It's not salty, it is iron. You are tasting iron. Okay. Our blood contains iron, the mineral in the form of blood. Okay. So, everyone, even I do. If I get a suddenly cut, I will suck it. Why? There is an iron in that. Okay. So, we don't want to lose that iron. So, this is a natural process we do. So, iron from we are getting from the plants. From the plants, how the plants get, they absorb from the soil. Okay, when they receive the water. Is it clear to you? How does the proteins and fats?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. So,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. So, this is the same thing. Various things I have shown you here. How we can, same thing what I explained here, I am given. How the plants get minerals. How the plants make proteins and fats. Nitrogen is essential element used by the plants to make proteins and other compounds. Okay, that's the thing. So, now we are moving on to next section. This is the same thing what I told. Plants cannot absorb nitrogen in gaseous form. Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into usable form, release it into the soil. Okay. Soluble form, that's all I already explained to you. Okay. This preparing the food, we call it as synthesis. Okay. Anthony Babu. Can you see the slide here?
Yes.
Can you read that? You are looking somewhere. That's I catch you. You are looking at mother. Just read this. Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am. Plants cannot absorb nitrogen in gaseous form.
Yes.
Gaseous form. Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into a
Gaseous. Say the word. Gaseous.
Gaseous nitrogen into a usable form and
Form
and release it into the soil. Solute forms are absorbed by the plants along with water. Plants can then synthesize components of food other than carbohydrates such as proteins and fats.
Children. No. It's already I sent in the note. Okay. You write what I showed you in short form, no? In that Like a
Ma'am, I had right.
flow chart. That's enough for you to understand. Notes it is there. Okay, children. So now we are moving on to a small session and then we stop because it's going to be 12 o'clock. I want, who else is there? Pranavatma.
Pranavatmak.
Okay. Pranavatma. Just unmute and can you read the slide? Can you see the slide here?
Yes, ma'am.
A beautiful picture is there. Just read that Pranavatmak. Pranavatmak. Okay. Read it.
Types of heterotrophs. Heterotrophic.
Others mute your audio. I want only Pranavatmak voice. Then only I can correct. You don't correct. Okay. You read it in your mind. Yeah. Start.
Parasites
Yeah.
take
Wait,
ready-made food
wait,
from
wait.
the plants.
Pranavatmak, wait. So here we are moving on to types of heterotrophic. Mainly we have two types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So autotrophic mode of heterotrophic. That's we. Animals and humans. And you see, apart from animals and humans, some of the special plants also heterotrophic. That is what we are going to learn. The plants which are heterotrophic. It's a special case. Not the animals and plants. Sorry, not animals and human beings. The plants which are heterotrophic, not autotrophic. So first one is parasites. What is the first one? Parasites. Then you can write it only types of heterotrophic.
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
Just write what you see in the slide on only first one. Types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Just write that. Don't write other things. Okay. And below that you write parasites. Can you see this? Yes. Parasites. So first mode, parasites. Parasites is a plant. You saw this picture, that yellowish thing. This is known as Cuscuta. It's a plant. You can write it. It's a plant which is known as Cuscuta. Cuscuta means it's a plant. So yellow, it's a parasite. You can see another tree, but these plants are climbing on it and it absorbs the nutrients of the first plant. Tree. So they are known as parasites. So what is parasites? Take ready-made food from the plant on which it is climbing. And the plant which climbing is known as host. On which plant? Suppose Cuscuta is climbing on a mango tree. Then mango tree is known as host. You know host and gust. Okay.
I don't know.
So if it is mango tree, the Cuscuta is climbing. Then it is known as mango tree is known as host. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, second one, can you read that? What is that?
Insectivorous
Insectivorous plants.
Insectivorous plants.
Okay, insectivorous plants. This is second type of plants. They are heterotrophic. What I have written there, Sriram, can you read that?
The plants which traps insects and digest it.
If any mosquito, any flies come there, you can see this opening like funnel like. This insect will stick into it. Then they will close it. There is a leaf, this is leaf, just like a lid. And it will close it. And these plants will be eat that. Okay. So insectivorous.
Plants found?
This is not in our area. Mountain area we can find out. Or some European countries. And under the sea you can see. There are seabird. You have lot of sea plants which eat fish. Which can eat the human being also. Okay. So I'm going to wind up the session. These are some pictures of This is also is an insectivorous plants.
Venus flytrap.
Pitcher plant.
Yeah, picture plants. We call it another word, picture plant. Okay. So this all. You can see here one mosquito or something is inside the plant and it is catching. Even this. Okay, children. Pitcher plants. They are known as pitcher plants, but they have some other botanical name. I don't teach you that because there's a different name.
Venus flytrap.
Ah. Okay. Shall I wind up the session, children? So today's homework I will be
ma'am.
sending in the group. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. 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 Thank you, ma'am.